was placed, the pre-orders that were taken, the orders shipped today. They will be here for our next event. So I will have them at Rodman, and I'll have them at Lake Apopka. I'll have the hats that were ordered at Lake Apopka and at the Rodman event. So if you still haven't gotten your hat, please reach out to me. And if you guys want your hats and you're not going to be at those events, message me and I can mail them out. I'll just have to get, if you guys can PayPal me the postage for it, because they're pretty expensive to mail out individually, and we're trying to keep the cost for the hats at a minimum. But I was speaking with Todd a little bit further. If you guys want to order hats that haven't had them ordered or haven't ordered them already, we will the next price will include shipping from directly to you, and I'm not hoarding all the hats.
Yeah,
Yeah, Todd.
shipping will typically probably be somewhere around $8,
Yeah.
just through the regular postal service.
Yeah. So we'll talk that, and then we'll put that into the equation whenever we get the price for the hat for the next round of hats. It is going to be a different logo. Todd, do you think we'd be able to do the patch if someone wants the patch versus the new logo? Or okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So we'll post those up again, like options 1 through 8 or whatever it is, and then you just tell me which option you want and how many or however many of whatever option, and we'll put together a spreadsheet so Todd can, or I'll have you guys reach out to Todd, since he's going to be the one putting the order in, to kind of cut me out as the middleman. Todd, however you want to take the orders, man. I'll let you run with that, since that's
Yeah.
your profession. I don't want to mess it up.
All they got to do is
But
just let me know.
yeah, we'll do that, and then for shirts, we're getting an order for shirts. We already have, I think, 15 sold. So we're looking to get to that 50 mark. The club is going to buy whatever the remaining is to get to 50, and then we're going to sell them. But it won't be at that price, at the pre-order sale price. They're going to be they'll be marked up a little bit more, and that money's going to go to benefit the championship prize pot and stuff. So that's a little bit of the getting those things out of the way. So kayak cushions, we did purchase more. Well, I purchased some more that I'll be selling at the throughout the remainder of the year. I forgot how many I ordered and of what. So whenever they come in and everyone gets theirs, whatever we have left over, I'll put on Facebook if you guys still want a FKBT kayak cushion. But yeah, they look pretty sick. He sent me pictures of them, so they look pretty good. Um, yeah, so Amy Brown t-shirts are there. We are working with Todd. I'm working with Todd right now. We are going to be getting them, placing the order here soon for them to be made. I don't know what the turnaround is for that, Todd, for shirts when you place the order.
As soon as we place it, I'll get a good idea, but it should, guessing, it'd probably be around between 7 and 10 business days.
Yeah. So we'll place that order this week, and we're gonna purchase some more that we can sell at post event ceremony, or at the award ceremonies at the events, or if someone just forgot to pre-order one and they see one of us wearing them, like, hey, I really want one, we'll have extra to sell there. And then we're working a couple other things for the championship too, as far as shirts and stickers and so on and so forth. And we're also going to be getting some FKBT stickers made as well. So there's some things coming down the pipeline that we want you guys, if you guys would like to have it, or if there's something that you guys want made or whatever, reach out to myself, Todd, or Sean, and we can do that. But we also still have us your ability to purchase those jerseys, those hooded jerseys and stuff, are on Sticky Fish as well. So that link is there. That stuff is still available. Excuse me. So utilize that. That goes to benefit our club as well. So awesome. I think we've made, I think what it was like, ended up being $75 is what we've made off the sales from everybody. So that money again goes right into the pot for championship, the championship awards and everything. So yeah, that's all I have for that, I believe. Kayak cushions, t-shirts. hats. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for my sake before we dive into the Rodman and Lake Apopka stuff. Unless Todd, you got anything?
Mm-mm. I
Yeah,
think you guys covered pretty good.
it's a pretty good design. Todd came up with the design for the new hat. So you guys have any design questions or say, hey, you'd like this or like that? Todd can make it happen. So yeah, Sean, you got
Yeah.
anything extra?
Nothing right now.
And also, we were trying to have a live last Tuesday with our Lake Okeechobee winners and Big Bass folks. We canceled it due to Valentine's Day, and then Thursday we had it with Rogue Fishing and Ethan. Ethan was on, so we did not forget about those guys. We will schedule another live, and we'll bring those guys on to talk with them too. So I'll reach out to them. I do know also something else I want to bring up. We spoke and we already paid for the entry fee for the Florida Kayak Bass Trails team, the Ambassador Team Championship. That's going to be in Alabama. We had one of our members is not going to be able to go. We're reaching out to Conrad to see if he'll be able to go, but in the event that he isn't able to, we are still looking for one angler that would like to participate in the Ambassador Series Championship. I'll post it on our Facebook page tomorrow if the spot's filled. But if you might be interested, get with me or Todd or Sean, and as soon as possible so we can get that slot filled for that event. It's all paid for as far as your entry into the event. And I know that they were talking about like an Airbnb or something for everyone to kind of stay together. But your event, the event is paid for the team and your individual spot as well. So let's see comments. Yeah, no one's okay. Cool. Yep. And if you are interested or whatever, drop a comment in the section or in the chat below. And we'll take those names down. We're gonna send the best 4 anglers up there because it's a good chance for the team to win $20,000, and if you win as an individual, it's an extra 5,000. And only thing that we've asked as a club and something that we were talking with the anglers that are already up there or that are already committed to fish the event is if you guys do win, a percentage of that will go back into the club. A percentage that they're going to come up with that they feel comfortable with donating back to the club, and that's going to support everything for the championship and prizes, and it's all going to go back into your guys' pockets as anglers. So, are members of our club in some shape or form, it's going to go back into that. So yeah, comments in there. I'd almost quit my job for that. What's he talking about?
Maybe the $20,000. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I'd quit my job. Hey, that'll buy me a boat, buy me a new kayak and trailer.
Yeah, for sure. $20,000 may buy you like a third of a kitted out kayak these days.
Well, no, I mean, actually, the 20 grand would be split up 4 ways, and then if you win the individual, then you get what's that? You said you'd walk away with 10 as an individual. So, Alabama. Alabama's a good state, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. If I could choose any state to live in, the top 3 would be Florida. Well, 4: Florida, Georgia, Texas, or Alabama. Alabama is a good state. So
I don't know. I'm a huge Florida.
Wow,
Carolina.
David. Wow.
Oh, damn. This is coming from the guy again. Bailey claims he's from Florida, Georgia, South Carolina. I still haven't figured out where.
What do you mean? Okay, we'll talk about this later.
If the Gators win the national championship next year, he's going to be a Gators fan. If the Gamecocks win it next year, he's a Gamecocks fan.
Every time you start spouting nonsense, I'm just going to hit that.
So. Maybe you can explain why it's in your house right now.
No, but I
Because
beat. I beat. Hey,
me and
on the weekend track. On the weekend.
Me and Mitchell schooled you this weekend. That's all
No.
I know.
Hey,
That's all I know.
my Facebook story says different. So
The story can say all it wants to say because social media is always a front of what really is really going on in the background. All right.
hey, and now look. Okay, I can't really show y'all the thing, but my dog is right.
Hey,
He's just
and unless anybody has any other questions, we can go ahead and clarify. I know for the most part, everybody understands the boundaries or what I was trying to get at, but I can only capture so much in a photo. And that's a blown out, zoomed out picture of Rodman Reservoir, the Oklawaha River, Oklawaha Reservoir, whatever you want to call it. Rodman Reservoir is what we'll call it today. And if you guys want to go in the boundaries, I can cover those real quick. And the ramps are pretty cut and dry, but I can cover the ramps. You want to go ahead and do that real quick?
yeah.
Sure.
We can go ahead and drop into we can jump right into that. And if you guys have questions, again, drop them in the comment section below so we can assess them.
Let's see. Let me see what that looks like on. All right, you guys got a pretty good. I'm not gonna be able to see the screen as I talk through, so just let me know if I mess anything up. If
And
you
we'll look for comments.
All right, so we'll start over here on the east side, the northeast corner. Let me zoom out. Let me give you a blow up of Rodman Reservoir. So we have the dam down here on the eastern side of Rodman Reservoir. You have to stay inside the dam. Over here on the east side, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know if you want to pull that up as I talk, Bailey. I believe it's State Road 19. Let me see if I can pull it up on my phone just so I don't. So we got State Road. What is it? SR 19 is the way I have it labeled, I believe.
Yeah. It's State Road 19.
Yep. So that's over here to the east. You have this canal running out the northeast corner of Rodman Reservoir. You can fish this whole canal, but 19 is going to be your boundary.
It's your first bridge. This is going to be your first road you encounter on each of these is going to be your boundary.
Yep. So if we zoom in here, you can fish to the west of State Road 19 right here. You can't fish on the east side. You can fish on the west side. And I think that's pretty cut and dry. Now, if we move over here to the west along the northern side of Rodman Reservoir, we're going to have County Road, I believe, 310. Correct me if I'm wrong, Bailey.
Correct.
Yeah, County Road 310.
So this is going to be your boundary up here. And if we zoom in, you can fish on the south side of County Road 310. North side's out of play.
So the best, easiest way to put this is the Rodman Reservoir. You can fish the entire body of of this area. You just can't. Once you get to the first obstruction or first road, those are going to be your boundaries. At each, as we go through this, each cut or cove that you're going to go into, creek, the boundary is going to be the first road or bridge you encounter. That's the simplest way to put it, but Sean, keep going.
Yeah, once we get down to the Oklawaha River, you guys can critique me in person on how I pronounce that. We have Route 315. I think it's County Road 315. Correct me if I'm wrong.
It is
correct.
So this is branching off the Oklawaha River, and 315 is going to be your boundary. Then as we go down the river to the south, we're going to run. We're giving you access to the full river all the way down to the south. And this is a state road or county road, I forget, or highway.
It's going to be your County Road 316.
Yeah.
So down here, this is East County Road 316. It finally populated. That's going to be your southern boundary down to the south. So you have from County Road 316, this whole river. No, you're good. You're good. All the way up this river. and any boundary is going to be a road, but you're really not going to have a boundary until you get up here to 315. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yep, 315. This branch off of the river going to the west-northwest. And then we'll go along. We got the main lake, Rodman Reservoir. We have the KOA, which we'll talk about that right now. This is the Fort McCoy Lake Oklawaha KOA. I'm going to talk to them tomorrow, and we're looking at doing our tournament, post-tournament award ceremony here. I know 4 or 5 of us are going to be camping there. And if they have a grill site, we're going to set up a grill and everything and have hot dogs, hamburgers, and drinks there for the post-award ceremony. That's where a few of us, I'll be staying there. We're going to be spending the night Saturday night, and we're going to be fishing again also Sunday. So if anybody wants to join us on Sunday, we're going to fish Rodman Reservoir again on Sunday. I know at least myself and Bailey will be out there. I think Mitchell may join us. So anybody else, if you want to differ from location, if you guys would rather do it, we'll go ahead and post. Really, we have the boat ramp right here, and we'll go ahead and go into that. Let's go down here. Do you guys want me to add anything on the boundaries? Did I miss anything?
No, I mean, if you guys have questions, I had a message this morning when I woke up about the some confusion on or clarification on it, and I hadn't gotten a response back to that. So if you guys have any questions, I mean, we're opening up a pretty large amount of water for you guys again. So, we don't have any issues or people complaining about, oh, I wanted to fish this, but it was off limits. There's a ton of shoreline for us to fish this event. It's very simple. Your first roadway that you encounter, if you're going into a cove or a creek, that's going to be your boundary for the most part. There's very few on this one, but the boat ramps as well, they're public boat ramps. And I think, Sean, you're about to dive a little bit more into that with the state park.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, Sean, take that away then.
Yeah, just give me a second. I'm about to share FWC boat ramp page. I'm not running like triple screens like I have at work, so it's a little bit more difficult to manage this. You guys got eyes on that?
Yep, we can see it.
All right, we'll start over here. These 2 ramps over at the dam, they're out of play. They lead down into the river. That kayak launch leads into the river. The boat launch leads in the river below the dam. This is the state park. We don't have that ramp open because that's only eligible for those that are staying there. So we have that one closed off. So up here to the north side, if I zoom into it, it's going to be Kenwood Boat Ramp. It's a mid portion of Rodman Reservoir and Kenwood Recreation Area main boat ramp. That one's going to be in the play.
And the state park one don't open up till 8.
As we move to west, once we get, and it doesn't open up to 8 a.m. That's another reason we're just going to not allow that one. So we got Kenwood. You said mid portion Rodman Reservoir north side. It's right off Kenwood Boat Ramp Road. Then as we move down the river, about the western edge of Rodman Reservoir in the river, we have Orange Springs Boat Ramp on the west side, and we have Hog Valley, which is also known as like a ferry boat ramp. What's the exact name?
Ferry boat landing.
Yeah, ferry boat landing. It may be named that, depending on what maps you use. If Bailey uses Apple Maps, he can't find anything. It takes him all the way to California.
Yeah,
he can't even find the lake. So this is ferry boat landing or Hog Valley Public Boat Ramp, and that's on the east side of the river. On the west side, we have Orange Springs Boat Ramp, and we gave you one more boat ramp. Let me zoom out.
It's at the very bottom.
Eureka.
Yeah, it's going to be Eureka, Eureka West, I believe.
Yeah. Will Gresham said something about the state park is open to all after 8 a.m. Yeah, but I mean, y'all are going to be on the water before 8 a.m. So
it is, but the fact that it doesn't, the fact that it isn't open until 8 a.m.
And if you're not staying there, you can't use it. That means that.
Then we got all the way down here. I apologize. I probably shouldn't have said it. It is open to the public after 8 a.m., but it doesn't open till 8 a.m. That is why I did not open up that boat ramp. And down here, just north of our southern boundary on the Ocklawaha River, just north of East County Road 316, we have Eureka Park West boat ramp that is going to be eligible for you to launch from if you choose to do so. So that provides you 4 boat ramps. Big zoom out. Let me zoom out another click and another click. So down here to the south, east west or Eureka West recreation area boat ramp. It appears not to be a very large boat ramp. Hog Valley or ferry landing boat ramp, fairly small boat ramp, but should provide enough access for the anglers we have there. Orange Springs public boat ramp and Kenwood recreation area main boat ramp. If there's any questions about that, just go ahead and drop them in the comments section.
So in the comment section below, we have, yes, Hog Valley ramp. It's concrete, but it's very small, limited parking area. And then Nathaniel Holly says, I'm not sure if this would be helpful or not, but I made a Google map like the Hobie BOS Harris chain map that can be used as a live map that can also be adjusted as more information is found out about ramps and such. And then he put the link down there for it in the comment section.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. I mean, so the lake itself doesn't have very many public launches that, I mean, they have one big one in the middle. That's the one that all the big bass boats or bass tournaments go out of when they fish it. They're all the other boat ramps are fairly like secluded and small from what we can see on Google Maps and stuff. So I'm going there. I'll be there Friday and Saturday of this week. And I'll check out the boat ramps. I'll drive around and check out the boat ramps and stuff too.
All right, so Eureka West open 24 hours. Hog Valley open for business 24 hours. Orange Springs open for business. And let me scroll down. Let's see. Hours is unknown, actually, but I don't think it's going to be limited. 12 trailer, or let me go back and go back through this. So Eureka West, 24 hours. Let's see, 3 trailer parking spots, 2 vehicle parking spots, not paved, gravel, limestone, packed soil. Hog Valley, open for business. Let's see, 24 hours. Let me see. Total lanes, 8 trailer parking spots. I think we said Orange Springs, 24 hours. 12 trailer spots, 6 vehicle spots. So for a total 18. And Kenwood, it is open for business 24 hours, 2 lanes, 35 trailer spots, 6 vehicle spots.
That's your bigger one. Yeah. That's going to be like, that's the main ramp area. What's the distance? Can we look up the distance real quick from that ramp to the KOA for folks for I'm assuming that's where the majority of us are probably going to launch from.
From Kenwood?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me give you an answer real quick.
Just for anglers, be mindful of that. We'd love to see you guys come and participate in the post-event ceremony and get to talk and things. So we're going to be staying there at the KOA for that night. So we're going to have some adult beverages set aside, but just be responsible. We'll have some beer and stuff as well, or some beer and some hot dogs and hamburgers for grilling out. It's the weather permits.
Yeah, sorry. It's a 21-mile drive around the lake, so 33 minutes is what it's saying.
Okay.
From Kenwood to the KOA. That's probably the furthest drive. Let me see. I'll tell you from Orange Springs boat ramp. We'll go ahead and break this down.
Yeah, and then I'm going to look at Nathaniel, what he said for the live map too, just so we can share that. And Nathaniel, put that on our Facebook page as well to our members, so they can use it for their map studies, or not map studies, but trying to figure out where they want to go and launch from. I'll be going up there most likely, not Friday. I'll be there Saturday and Sunday this weekend. So, yeah, if you guys want to link up and fish, just send me a message.
The furthest drive, so from Kenwood to the KOA's, what did I say, 31 minutes?
33 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, Orange Springs is 37 minutes, and everything else will be closer.
Yeah. Okay.
Within that time frame. So,
yeah.
So longest drive, 37 minutes. So much closer than the hour and 10-minute drive I had from Okeechobee.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, it'd be easy for us just to say, hey, we're all going to go out of one boat launch, one boat ramp, everything, and make it very easy for us as the tournament directors and stuff to put on these events and get more participation. We do that, and then we're going to make a lot of individuals mad saying, oh, well, I wanted to fish here. Now it's going to take me, 6 hours to get there. You know what I mean? On a kayak ride. So that's why that's why we have so many ramps open. If that's something that you guys aren't, if you guys would much rather it be one boat ramp to kind of level the playing field out, drop it in the comment section below. Hey, we can do a poll, keep it to one ramp or multiple ramps. We'll do a poll, and then that could be how we move forward, just to, we want to get max participation in these post-event ceremonies so that we can put it on our social media for our sponsors to see the product that we're giving it away. We're giving product away to the same people because they're the same ones that are showing up each event to the post-award ceremony. But we want to get, the Torn Outdoors soft plastics in everyone's hands versus just the same folks that are showing up to these the post-event ceremony. So they're benefiting from it now, which is great. But we do give away product at our post-event ceremonies to anglers that, just who show up. You don't have to win first, second, third, or big bass to get something. I
agree. Like Paul and Will already answered. I like having a choice. And with Rodman, it's not a massive movement going from boat ramp to the link up location, which is nice for once. Because even Toho not being a huge lake, that traffic in Kissimmee in the afternoon is horrendous.
Yeah.
So, and Rodman's in the middle of nowhere.
I agree having multiple locations, or allowing anglers to have multiple locations, but I also see the benefit to having it at one, right? Because some tournaments and things that we're doing next year, we'll drop some more stuff later on. I'm not going to spill the beans on that yet. We got to iron out some things, but we're going to try some things out during our off season.
I think we've had talk. I'm sure everybody's had this conversation with us at the ramp afterwards, is probably leaning towards a check-in and check-out at one determined location post-tournament,
And then you leave and go wherever you want to go after that. But I think the checking in portion, it like they do in all bass tournaments, is you have to check in by a certain time. Yeah,
or you're disqualified. So I think that's probably a fair and equal way across the board. And it's a forcing function too. And I think it's positive overall for the anglers and the club. It brings everybody together,
Yeah. We just got to figure out logistically how that'll work, and making sure that it's implemented right.
Yeah, and like for big lakes like Okeechobee is like you have the southern half to launch from. If it comes down to Toho, you could probably get away with it. Orange Lake, you can get away with it. Most of the lakes we fish, we can get away with it, except those beasts of bodies of water like Okeechobee.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Rodman though. I've never fished it. Been watching a lot of YouTube channels on how people been doing on people talk about studying lakes and stuff. I just watch YouTube and see how people have fished it. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a good event. Hopefully we get up into the, I think right now we're averaging like over 30 anglers per event. Right now, I don't think we have anyone registered for the event. Can y'all double, triple check for that? So yeah, y'all definitely sign up. Rodman, it's going to be a good event. This could be the event where one of the big bass, we knock off Kurdish on the big bass I think he's still in first place with 23.5 from Fellsmere, our first event. That was Colin Stickmarsh. So I don't think anyone's come close to it yet. I think Toho might have been the
The
closest.
event's not popping up for me.
Yeah. Right now we have 0 signed up for Rodman.
Yeah, so I'll share. I've been sharing it. I'll share it again on the Facebook page right after, or on our members only page. It's open. Registration for that's been open for over a week, 2 weeks now, and registration for the Lake Apopka, the Open, is also open on there. So if you guys are having trouble, please send us a message so we can make sure that it is taken care of in a timely manner, just so that we can get max participation at these events. I've been extremely happy with the turnouts that we've been getting at all of our events so far. It's been amazing. So it now shows Okeechobee, but not Rodman.
Yeah, just search FKBT.
Yeah,
and you'll see
I don't
it.
know.
Scroll.
So,
Okeechobee's up top. Scroll right below Lake O, and you'll see Rodman, Amy.
yeah, I don't know why Fishing Chaos made some changes here in the past couple weeks, and so now it's acting weird. So I'll call my POC again and verify what the issue is with it and why it's not populating. But when I share the link on Facebook, it should take you directly to the registration site for it. So yeah.
Yeah. So when I searched it, let's see if we can do this. Okeechobee popped up first, and you scroll down, and then Rodman pops up.
Yeah, it's a series. So when you click on our club, like when you go to club/trail, you type in FKBT, you go to series or tournaments, and it'll populate them all right there. Yeah, dashboard to club. Yep. So yeah, we're averaging 37.5 per tournament, which I think is phenomenal. Payouts are good, right? Where the payouts have been great for first, second, and third, and big bass. I mean, John Fox, he didn't sign up for big bass, and he would have got first place and big bass, and would have cashed in over $1,000 if he would have just put in an extra $10. So sometimes you never know. What's going on, Robert?
Robert's in the house.
Robert is thankful that he didn't that John Fox didn't put in his $10 for big bass, because he took home that. And Robert, just let you know, we didn't forget, Todd is hooking you up with a check for the big bass too. So for those of you that don't know, we are going to be doing big bass checks now. The big checks that you get for first, second, and third, we're gonna add a big bass one to that as well. So for the remainder of the year and moving forward into next year. So yeah. But yeah, any questions, drop them in the comment section below about Rodman. And then if nothing pops up, we will jump into the Apopka Open and talk about that a little bit before we move on. I'll give it a minute or two. But yeah, other than that, while I'll talk a little bit before, and if we get any comments, just want to give you guys a heads up. I beat Sean and Chris Mitchell this past weekend at an unknown lake in the central part of Florida.
Bullshit. I'm sorry.
Actually, I think I did.
I think it was pretty much a draw.
It was pretty much a draw. Caught a bunch of dinks, and I'm not lying to you. I almost sunk my Hobie. I did not think that could be done.
You almost
but
did.
I'm not lying to you when I tell you this. My front hatch, I had waves coming over my kayak it filled up my front hatch with water. The little white bin in the front. I was like, why am I only going like 2 miles an hour in this? My kayak can go pretty quick. I opened my front hatch, completely filled with water. I had to pull it out and dump it. I had to stop and pull out and dump it, or I would have been at the bottom of the lake. So not a good day for me. 2 comments popped up. Yeah, so Scott brought up a good point. There's a ton of submerged timber and logs at Rodman, so be careful. For those of us that have the XI3s or any type of motor standing up or whatever, we'll talk safety real quick on that. And yes, there's a ton of logs out there that you will not see. So life vests, definitely safety precautions. Make sure you have everything that you need. Bring some extra props. Bring some stuff that you can to maybe fix your kayak. If you're pre-fishing, please be safe. Be careful. There was a Percy Priest, a kayaker, died today out on Percy Priest.
That's in Tennessee.
Yeah, in
That's
Tennessee.
my old waters.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's a real thing, right? Make sure that you let someone know where you're going, when you're going, and when to be expected back. Because out on some of these lakes, there's not many people around to see something happen or know where you're at. Oftentimes, I put a little track, one of those little air tags with me, just so people know, or share my location with my wife or whatever, just so that they know, hey, something's wrong. He's still out here. This, you know what I mean? Just be safe out there. In the event that something does happen. And then we have Brandon Grubbs. He fished the Popka Sunday in the BOS. He said the water was muddy and only found just 118. Yeah, with the wind turning up like it was here in Florida lately, can make the water pretty muddy for sure. So I was fishing a lake Sunday and Monday. The water was pretty muddy, and I managed a bunch of small ones and two decent ones, but bite was definitely slower.
I tell you something funny about that I'm learning. So Florida bass they don't like dirty water, right? They like clear water,
Clean, yeah.
Yeah. And of course, in Tennessee, dirty water's good.
We got temperamental fish over here.
I guess, man.
They're bougie.
Kind of interesting.
They're bougie. Bougie bass. That's what we're gonna call the bougie bass podcast.
We're gonna call it we're gonna put on the big bass check, the bougie big bass.
Oh, the bougie bass. Yeah, there we go. That's what Robert Phillips. Robert Phillips is the bougie bass angler. he's gonna crack up when he hears that. No, I just shared that with you guys, that video with the mount for the kayak. That thing is legit. I'm gonna post it on our Facebook page so you guys can see it. I was just watching it with Chad Hoover. He was doing a walkthrough on his new Canoe Unlimited, and they have this awesome mount that you can put that'll mount your fish finders, your camera, all that stuff out on the front across it, kind of like the Hobie bar that they have. They've made a universal one now for all kayaks using the T-bolt system, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I'll post that video. There's a couple comments. Yeah. But yeah, okay, so there's no questions about Rodman, so we'll just jump right into Lake Apopka. So March 25th is going to be the open for our club. This is going to be the first of the opens that we're going to have throughout the remainder of the year. There will be more to come throughout the year, just so that we can spread our club, spread everything that we do to anglers across the state of Florida, to just kind of, say, hey, we want you guys to be a part of this club and what we're doing. But this is going to be the first one. How successful it is going to determine how in depth we go with this open series moving forward for the remainder of the year. But with that, I talked with Van Hunks. They're on board with being a sponsor, so they're going to have their kayaks out at this event, and you're going to be able to demo them, test them out. Bring your kids, bring your wives, bring whoever. If you guys are in need of a new kayak, you guys will be able to basically try them out at the end of the event. That will happen whenever we are firing up the grill after the event, cooking the hot dogs and hamburgers and stuff. You guys can go out there, ask whoever they're going to have. I don't know if Ty is going to be there or who, but you can ask any questions, comments, or anything that you have for them there. And I think that's right now the only sponsor that we have confirmed to be there in person. All our other sponsors are pretty much out of state or, won't be able to make it on that day, but Van Hunks will be there. So we're excited to have them out there with us. We're going to bring them on one more time before March 25th to kind of talk a little bit more with you guys about what they do and what they're offering. For those of you that don't know, they are going to be giving us one of their one and only bass fishing platforms that's called what the Elite Pro Angler is what they call it.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Yep, my wife just deciding to make something. So hold on. She's being loud. Oh, she's making an apple actually, and I guarantee you she is recording me because every time she cuts one up, I always ask her, "Can you cut me up one too?" And she sends it to her friends for me asking her to cut me up an apple. But yeah, sorry, as she rudely interrupted me. Oh my god. So yes, Lake Apopka, Van Hunks will be there. Entry fee is going to be the same, $50 entry fee, and it's going to be $10 big bass, 100% payout on big bass for that one event. That's not going to go into our lunker pot for the year. It's going to be $10 big bass, 100% payout. It's going to be out of the $50, it's going to be $42 is going to be paid out per angler for that event, just to help cover some of our costs for the setting up and the food and stuff that we're purchasing to cook for the event. It's going to be $42. Molly, really? You got a cutting board right there. You cutting it on
Why there be a cutting board when I can use a plate?
Sorry. Can y'all hear that?
It's fine. It's not too loud.
Okay, sorry guys. But yeah, we're gonna that'll be the payout. So again, if we average the 30 to 35, we can expect to have an $800, first place payout on that. We're still in talks with 13 Fishing, Wicked Weights, and a couple of our other main sponsors to give us some product we can give away there. Again, it's not going to be uh, a ton of product, unless for some reason they just want to give us a ton of stuff. But a lot of it is actually stuff that we're gonna also purchase as a club, to give back to you guys as well, to support our sponsors. Again, we're not asking our sponsors to give away a ton of free stuff to us because they are hooking us up for the championship. But for this open, I think it's important that we give back to our anglers and to some of those non-members as well, to get them kind of involved in the kayak fishing scene. So as of right now, we'll go over the if you register on Fishing Chaos for the Apopka Open, you're going to see there a couple things changed for that. It's going to be a launch is going to be at one ramp. It's not going to be open to multiple ramps. It'll be the one ramp, our launch area, and that's going to be where we're going to host our event for that. And then the start time is going to be 7. So the launch time is going to be at the same time as everyone else. I'll post it. I forgot what I said on the Fishing Chaos. What it was, I think it was 6:30 was launch time for that event, and line in was at 07. Yeah, right. 07 is lines in, and then 3:30 would be the lines out. Yeah, sorry, I don't have my phone. I'm using my phone now, so I normally use that for all my details. But yeah, that's going to be the event details for Lake Apopka. We're doing that just so that we can have everybody in one spot, so we can knock out the event, the award ceremony, and the Van Hunk stuff right there to get max participation.
7-3.
7-3. Okay, 7-3. Yeah, I thought I made it pretty easy. Lines in at 7. Lines out at 3. And then that gives you guys time. We'll probably start the everything at around 4:30ish, so that'll give you some time to pack up your kayaks, everything else, and all that, and then we'll jump right into the ceremony and stuff at the end, and the Van Hunk stuff. Hopefully, we hear back from Old Town soon. I put in an application for them to sponsor. Where they're going to give away a PDL and some money, so to local kayak clubs. So Todd said, Todd made a comment. Okay, yeah, be careful with your kiddos and pets around Apopka. There are lots of big gators, yes. My wife does that. And then Robert Phillips says, my opinion, tournament should end early. What do you, I think 7 to 3 is, what time how long do you guys think the tournament should be? How many hours is that? 7 to 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 7 hours. You there, Todd?
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm figuring. That's 8 hours.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we can, yeah, if we can talk, if you guys want to do it earlier or end it earlier, and we can do, and that'll give a little bit more time for the festivities afterwards. I'm fine with that. I mean, we just did it like any other normal tournament, minus the one launch and thing just for that one event. What do you say? There's a
It should be
comment.
around 2 with newbies.
2 hours or 2 o'clock?
2 o'clock.
Okay. Yeah, so we can talk. Well, Sean, Todd, and I, and Ryan and Chris, we'll all get together, and we'll make that determination. And I'll also talk with Ty as well, with Van Hunks, to see his timeline as well, so we can make sure that it's not.
There's a great one.
Oh, my little Debbie's fish. Yeah. So yeah, we can talk. That's good input. We can definitely. I mean, it's an open, so it's one of those fun tournaments. It's not going to count towards any of our AOY points. It'll be 2 tournaments this month, which is something that we don't normally do. But you guys asked to have an open because y'all had friends and things that didn't necessarily wanted to commit to a series or a tournament or a membership. So us having this open series, and then what we're going to kind of introduce after towards the end of our trail series moving into next year, it's going to allow us to cater to those folks as well, in a different format. So it should be fun. Todd brought it down. Todd brought that little bit of insight to this, so it's gonna be fun moving forward. But yeah, no,
Some
any
good
advice that you
off-season
guys
stuff.
Yeah, some really good all season stuff is in the making right now. So I know there's a lot of different trails around right now, which is good. Get out there and fish in those trails. I know the Bass Nation has some events. They started up in February, so I know they got events all over the state of Florida. I mean, Hobie just left. KBF was here. I know the oh man,
Slay Nation.
Play Nation is kicking off soon, so they'll have events in weekends that aren't. I think we've all done very very well. I think we had some conflicts with a couple of the Bass Nation schedules, but I mean, there's only 4 weekends in a month, and we have a lot of tournaments around, or a lot of clubs around the Central Florida, so it kind of makes it really hard to not conflict with other schedules. So we all do our best to make sure that we deconflict those, so that we can get max participation if you for whatever club you want to fish with. So I know there's a couple that I plan on fishing with Slay Nation and the Bass Nation coming up soon. So
Yeah, Slay Nation is the 25th of this month.
oh, it is.
That's this
Is
Saturday.
that's their first one? That's their first one, right?
That is their first one, and it is on Lake Garfield.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah. I mean, they came out with yeah. I mean, this open again. This is that one, the one that we're gonna have right now, and then how well it does will determine when we'll be able to do another one, or if it makes sense to do it, or to wait until the our after our championship to get more people involved. What you guys think?
Probably after championship.
Yeah, I agree. And we'll introduce what Todd and what we've been talking about for the past couple weeks. We'll make a live and introduce that concept, and see if we got folks that'd be interested in doing it. And then we'll do a couple, and how successful they are will determine if we continue to do them until the new tournament start, or the new series, or the new season kicks off. So it's gonna be fun. Hopefully our sponsors will love it.
Yep.
So
Should be good.
yeah. Any questions about the Lake Apopka Open? That banner that we have posted on our members only page, you guys take that. That has all the information for the event. I will reshare the link for registration for that event on Facebook. You guys can share that to all your local fishing Facebook platforms. Get the name out there. Let's see if we can get 50 plus anglers out there on Lake Apopka. It's a good time to be on that body of water. A lot of opportunity to catch some really good fish at any time, at any body of water in Florida right now is you're gonna be able to catch some big fish. So I'm excited for it. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, or any ideas on how we can make this event out amazing, just drop it in the comment section. Send us a message. Again, this is for you guys. This is for new members. This is for our sponsors. So however we can make this this event, be the best one of the year, it's all onto us as members, as me, Todd, Sean. Like, we're trying to make this a big event so that we can get a lot of people out there and introduce them to our club and to kayak fishing. So yep, Scott, I hope you have a good night too. Thanks for watching, man. But yeah, if y'all don't have any other questions, that's all I have for Lake Apopka. But yeah, if there's anything else you want to add, go for it.
Robert wants you to call him when you're done.
Oh, Robert? Chris Colwin. Okay. Yeah, I can call him. I'm going to get yelled at. He's mad at me. I gave you the money. I promise.
I got your back.
Okay. You got to get the gun. I'll bring the ladder for him. I'll bring the step stool for him.
My gun's somewhere around here. I just got home. Oh, it's sitting right in front of me. I got you.
All righty. But yeah, and if you guys want to get in on the weekend trash talking trail, there was a comment on Facebook that Sean posted. We're going for pink slips. So that's right. You heard me right. You lose your kayak.
$100,000 buy-in too.
Yep. And if you don't bring your little Debbies, you're done. Hold on, they're coming. You gotta bring little Debbies to the events. So, yeah.
You guys are more than welcome to join, but pink slips.
Yeah, pink slips for sure. So that's
So
all I got, guys.
y'all gonna fire me? You guys
No.
are gonna fire me? Give me my pink slip.
Give me your kayak.
It's such an elite group of individuals that Todd hasn't even fished with us yet.
Yeah, it's a very tight knit circle. It is known to be one of the hardest events to get into in the state of Florida.
You get a hell of a prize if you lose. It does squeak, but we can't show you.
I cannot show you, and I will not show you. But if you are good enough to be in our very close knit circle of 3 or 4 people, you too could have one of these toys. Robert Phillips says, "I'm going to win 3 kayaks." What's 3 kayaks are you talking about? We only have 1 right now. You ain't gonna win my kayak. Hey, I just need to know where Lloyd's been fishing. He gets that. Hold on. I want to show y'all something. This is my dog. That's the look I'm getting right now.
Because
like
you're playing with his toy.
Got a toy in front of me.
Oh yeah. He all I gotta say is toy, and he like looks up at it. So, all right, we're just dragging this out. So if there ain't anything else, guys, I don't want to. We're right at an hour, which is perfect. So, you guys have any questions about Rodman, boundaries, launches, anything? Get in contact with Sean. He will answer any questions, comments, or concerns. Nathaniel sent me a link. I will post that on our Facebook page so that you guys can access that as well to make it easier. For any shirts or hat stuff related for the club or stickers, ideas, stuff, just message myself or Todd, and we'll get those in the making. We'll place the order for shirts here this week. And then kayak cushions again. I'll make a big post whenever they come in, and we will start distributing those out in the next coming weeks. So that's a quick recap. If you guys have any other questions, just send us a message, post it on Facebook, and let us know, and we'll be sure to answer it in a timely manner. But that's all I got, guys.
Yep. Hit us up.
Awesome.
out.
Tight lines. Be safe. If you're fishing Rodman this weekend, send me a message. Hopefully I can link up with you. And yeah, we'll go fishing. So, all right. Later.